Hello and welcome. So this is the second video in the Mistress of the Monarch series I have started on my channel, and this video is going to be all about Mary Hamilton, who was the mistress of Peter the Great of Russia and whose relationship with him ended rather tragically. So as you can guess by her name, Mary Hamilton was Scottish. Her family ended up in Russia after an ancestor of hers moved there in the 1500s during the reign of Ivan the Terrible. Now, her family sort of stayed close to the royal court because in 1713 she became lady-in-waiting to Empress Catherine, who was the wife of Peter the Great and who later became Catherine I of Russia. So Mary was apparently really beautiful and she had this real love for life and was also rather racy. So of course she caught the eye of Peter the Great, becoming his mistress. Now when you're a royal mistress, it is expected that you are only having sex with the king. If you had a husband, then of course you would have to have sex with your husband still, but generally you would only have one lover and that would be your royal lover. Now Mary did not have a husband, but she did have another lover, and he was Peter's aide-de-camp, Ivan Orlov. Now, Mary really liked Ivan, but he was a drunkard and he used to beat her. And he was also having it off with another of Peter's mistresses, Avdotia Chernysheva. Now, Mary was really jealous of Ivan's relationship with Avdotia, so she started to give him little presents. But these presents that she was giving him, she had actually stolen off of Empress Catherine. So in 1716, Mary fell pregnant, and not wanting to have a child and also not really knowing who the father of her child was, Mary decided to bring on an abortion, which was completely illegal in those days. Now, this was not the first time Mary had brought on an abortion for an unwanted pregnancy. In 1715, she had fallen pregnant and had taken medication that was meant for constipation to bring on the abortion. But this time, the medication did not work. Mary carried the baby to full term. She then gave birth in secret and drowned the baby in an outhouse. The body of the baby was soon found, but no one knew who its mother was. And Mary went back to her life as if nothing had happened, but she was soon found out. In 1717, Peter discovered that some important papers had gone missing, so he called Ivan in to interrogate him. Now, during this interrogation, for some reason, Ivan confessed to having a relationship with Mary and also that Mary had had an abortion. Seeing things were going a bit downhill for Mary, Avdotia then chimed in saying that Mary had spread these rumours about Catherine, saying that Catherine ate wax to keep her skin pale. Now, Catherine was not pleased to hear it, so she had Mary's room searched. And when they were searching the room, they found loads of stuff that belonged to Catherine that Mary had stolen off of her. Mary and Ivan were both arrested and they were imprisoned in the fortress of St. Petersburg. Mary was tortured and confessed the abortion, and she also confessed that the body of the newborn baby that had been found was hers and that she had killed this baby. Now, this was really bad, as the children that she did kill could have possibly have been of royal blood. So she effectively could have killed the child of Peter's. But while she was admitting to killing her children, Mary completely refused to testify against Ivan. I mean, come on, love, the only reason you're literally in this mess at this moment in time is because of him dobbing you in. Like, get some revenge on him. Now, Mary was found guilty of abortion, of killing her infant, and of stealing stuff from the Empress. And she was sentenced to death. Now, even though she had stolen stuff off of her and had possibly spread this rumour about her, Catherine asked her husband to spare Mary's life, but Peter refused because Mary had maybe possibly killed a child of his. Now, being convicted of murdering a baby of possibly royal blood, Mary should have been buried alive. But Peter changed this. He also done a Henry VIII and arranged for Mary to be beheaded by sword instead of by axe. Mary, dressed all in white, was executed on the 14th of March 1719. Apparently, before her execution, Peter had kissed her and said to her, "Without breaking the laws of God and the state, I can't save you from death. So take your execution and believe God will forgive you." So after her head had been cut off, Peter picked it up, gave the watching crowd a lecture on the anatomy of the head, kissed it, and then threw it away. So it is speculated that Mary's head was rescued and preserved in the Russian Academy of Science. Now, Mary is also said to have been a possible inspiration for the Scottish ballad Mary Hamilton. The ballad is about a woman called Mary Hamilton who was the personal assistant to the Queen of Scotland. She falls pregnant by the King of Scotland, kills the baby, is found out, and convicted. So even though there are similarities between Mary Hamilton and the ballad Mary Hamilton, it is very unlikely that she was the original inspiration for it, as the ballad was first produced in the 16th century, which is years before Mary was born. It is said that Mary's head stayed in the Russian Academy of Science until at least the time of Catherine the Great, but after that it is not known what happened to it. So that was the story of Mary Hamilton. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.